welcome to our podcast. So today we are looking to interaction hypothesis, which explains how interaction supports language learning.
Yeah, that's true. So this idea comes from Michael Long, who argued that input alone is not enough. So learners need to engage in negotiation for meaning.
So what does that look like in the real communication?
It happens once there are a misunderstanding and speakers need to fix it. So there are three main stages. The first one is clarification requests. Next one is confirmation checks. And the last one is comprehension checks.
So this moment help learners focus on meaning clearly.
Exactly. Interaction links inputs, learning processes, and outputs. And it is essential to language acquisition.
So, in light of the interaction hypothesis, which highlights the importance of interaction in language learning, we are going to show how this can be applied in the classroom. So, one key application is encouraging the interaction between students because it will give them the opportunities to receive input, use the language, and get feedback. So, one way to apply this is through a jigsaw task, which we are going to simulate now. So in this activity, each student has different information about a candidate, and they will need to work together to decide if he is suitable for an expedition. The target language focuses on describing people, and the aim is to encourage interaction and negotiation for meaning.
And he's well-built and physical strong.
So what do you mean by well-built?
I mean, he had a strong body with a lot of muscle.
Yeah, so he's muscular, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So in my notes, he's very adventurous and adaptable.
Adaptable? Do you mean he can adjust easily to new situations?
Yes.
So, do you think he's suitable?
Well, yes, he's very strong and resourceful.
Okay. So, as we can see, the activity requires students to interact a lot, as interaction is needed for them to achieve their communication goal of deciding whether the candidate can be chosen. During the interaction, the learner constantly asks question like, what do you mean? Or do you mean this? And check their understanding. The interactional moves create negotiation for meaning, helping learners notice gaps and process input more efficiently, which support language development.
Now, let's move on to teacher-student interaction, focusing on how teacher can use feedback to support language development.
Okay, class. All right, now we review a little bit the previous lesson before coming to the new lesson today. So I have one question for you. What did you do last weekend? Who can answer my question? Okay, come home, please.
Last weekend I go to the park with my friends.
Oh, you went to the house with your friends?
Oh yes, I went to the park.
That's so fun. So what did you do there?
I went to the park to have a picnic with my friends.
So, in the interaction, the teachers give a recast, which is a form of corrective feedback. Instead of directly pointing out the error, the teacher reformulated the sentence using the correct past tense form, right?
Yes.
So this allows learners to compare their own projection with the target language form without interrupting the flow of communication.
Yes, and according to the interaction hypothesis proposed by Michael Long, this type of feedback plays a crucial role in language learning. So as you can see that when learners are exposed to modify their output, their attention is drawn to the gap between their interlanguage and target language. As the result, the learner is able to modify their output and produce more accurate sentences. As you can see that when students correct I go to I went.
Yes. And from a pedagogical perspective, recasts are particularly effective because they provide feedback in a natural and non-intrusive way. So this allows learners to maintain fluency while gradually improving their accuracy over time.
Yes.
So that was a great example of the jigsaw task. So it shows the interaction hypothesis is not just a theory, especially when teachers use techniques like recasts.
Exactly. Interaction helps learners notice the gap between what they say and the correct form. And as Merrill's Webb pointed out, being pushed to produce more accurate language is key to developing grammar.
So what's the main takeaway for teachers?
So teachers should design tasks where students should use their specific language to complete a goal. This is called task essentialness, and they can also use some strategies to give feedback like recasts or clarification requests. Yes.
So in short, interaction is where real learning happens. What Rod Ellis calls learning through interacting. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye, and see you later.